Welcome back, you fine few. Try to ignore my brief absence. This is Legend of Zelda Neckbeard Edition, where I've downloaded some arguably degenerate mods for Breath of the Wild. Trust me, this is only scratching the surface of what this community has made. I've seen some shit. We have some truly talented people in the modding community. Let's get into it. I started off on the Great Plateau. I very quickly forgot that I didn't have a paraglider. Yeah, so we'll go get that. I generally spend my time on the Great Plateau running away from enemies and hiding whenever I can. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, but if we're being real here, I'm much more interested in just dressing up Linkle. And to do that, I had to collect some strange liquids that gave me the power of magnets, explosives, freeze, and also freeze. I also desecrated some graves I found. While praying for forgiveness, I got rudely interrupted by this old man. He's been stalking me this entire time, which feels a bit different now that Link is a lady. He flashes me to reveal that he's fat. He hands me a paraglider and tells me Zelda's been locked away for like 100 years. I'll get to it. I married Poppins my way off the Great Plateau. I got absolutely terrified my first night out in the wild. Luckily, I was able to borrow this horse right here, which safely got me to this village. I decided to cheat in all the amiibo armor and other pieces of armor that I couldn't be bothered to go get, as well as a little bit of money. I think it's pretty funny that this is one of my favorite games, and yet I refuse to actually play it. While we're here, I decided to grab a few more pieces from my collection. It's kind of insane that every single piece of armor in the game has been modded to fit Linkle's model. Everything is so well done. At this point, the entire world is open to us. I generally don't know where to go after this.
From here, hold up on the D-pad as fast as you can and switch to square bombs. Press L to spawn a square bomb, hold up on the D-pad again and switch back to circle bombs. Immediately detonate a circle bomb and you'll be launched. Press X to part the glider and you'll sail across the sky.
As you can probably tell, I'm quite lazy, so I'm going to be using a lot of glitches. I unlocked this portion of the map and made my way to the desert area. I took a moment to stare at these tan people. If we're being completely honest, these people are related to Ganon, which is like the main villain of the series. If it was up to me, I'd probably just kill. I'm informed that there's a femboy in the area who's willing to help me get into the city because no men are allowed to enter or something like that. So I make a beeline towards the femboy, not because I want to see them or anything, but because, you know, it's just to progress the story. I find them perched up on a rock and buy the clothes. I think Link pulled it off better. A sudden gust of wind hit us and revealed what I'm assuming was a bulge.
My skirt.
In the original game, I'm pretty sure it just reveals their face, which makes this even more funny. I enter Gyaru Town.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
I run into their chief and she wants me to do some sort of mission, but personally I feel like they can handle this on their own. I was curious what an all-female society was up to, so I explored and found that they're just reading smut basically. I was kind of curious what they sold in their black market, and who would have guessed, just more clothes. In hopes of looking cool, I made sure to shred on the way out. After finishing so much of the story, I kind of just wanted to relax and explore a little bit. This led me to my boy Hez 2. He had his maracas stolen, so let's go get those. I honestly love the combat in this game. Anyways, I found the maracas and returned him to Hez 2. A lot of people hate this guy, but not me. There will be no Hez 2 slander in this household. I discovered a few more parts of the map and came across a ferry. These ferries allow you to upgrade your armor, and good lord, there are physics. I came across another village, which you know what that means. I got some more armor. I went into the local inn and was surprised to see the femboy. They sold me hands down the best modded armor in the game. I bought some wheat, burnt the wheat, tried to burn down the city, and then decided that it was about time I calmed down and bought a home. But before I can do that, I do need to collect some wood, so I traveled to the forest. It took a bit longer than expected, but it was worth it. I was able to clear out basically the entire forest. I speak to the dude who's building my house, and there are no mods installed for him. He just kind of looks like that. Here's what we've got so far. Let's get to building. I also got some trees planted. And with that, the house is completed until I download some mods or something to pimp this place out. Off to bed I go. In the morning, I got to know the neighbors. I threw this woman into the pond. I think she may have drowned. I playfully threw a log into this building. I attempted to stomp these children. This lady's singing kind of got on my nerves, so I did the town a favor. I followed her home, waited until nighttime, broke in just a little, and took care of the problem. I later found out that there's actually no fun allowed in this village, so we're gonna move on. Back in the wild, I came across an absolute abomination of a horse. Or maybe it's a deer. I don't really know. I named him Ball Munch. Unfortunately, we saved this dude and the horse got slaughtered. The dude didn't seem grateful at all, so I chopped down a tree and sent it at him at 1,000,000,000 miles per hour. I then gave Ball Munch a proper burial. I wasn't feeling too great, so I went shopping. I came across my favorite femboy and bought this magical girl outfit, which comes along with a wand that's only a little bit overpowered. The last city I wanted to check out was this one on the coast. Having accomplished basically nothing this entire video led me to gambling. I polished off a few bottles and then got to it. We were running a little bit low on funds after that last gambling session, so we went to the beach to look for treasure. I found this one right here.